What is that? A woman in Alabama suffered through a slew of mysterious health issues before doctors discovered something was massively wrong with her. For months, Kayla Rand had unexplained stomach pain that made it difficult even to carry out daily activities. The solution, doctors told her, was to lose weight. The 30-year-old had been trying to do just that for about a year, but she kept gaining weight and was sick of being mistaken for a pregnant lady. When the pain got to be too much in May, Rand's mother rushed her to the ER, where a series of tests finally revealed what was wrong: a benign but massive growth on one ovary. Doctors immediately operated on her and extracted a giant 50-pound cyst. The cyst was something they'd seen before, just never this enormous. Since the operation, Rand says she feels like a huge burden has been lifted. Well, yeah, literally. She hopes her ordeal will get people to listen to their bodies and continue taking it up with their doctor if something doesn't feel right. Damn.
Holy mother of pearl! Quite a few Asian countries call themselves the Pearl of the Orient, but never has the Philippines deserved the moniker more than now with the discovery of this huge gem. The monstrous pearl is 67 centimeters long and 30 centimeters wide. It weighs in at a whopping 34 kilograms and is quite possibly the world's biggest natural giant clam pearl. The title is yet to be official, but the current record holder, the Pearl of Lao Tzu, weighs a puny 6.4 kilos. The Filipino pearl also makes other giant pearls look absolutely minuscule. A lucky fisherman found the monstrous pearl in the waters off Palawan a decade ago, discovering it inside a giant clam that got stuck on his boat's anchor. He had no idea how much it was worth and just kept it under his bed as a good luck charm. The pearl is reportedly valued at $100 million. If the fisherman had known, he probably wouldn't have turned it over to the city tourism office for safekeeping. Oh well, too late now.
This asteroid will come closer to Earth than the Moon. NASA says a massive space rock will come close to Earth in October, but no need to roll out the welcome mat, it's just passing by. Asteroid 2012 TC4 is on a trajectory to fly close to Earth on Thursday, October 12th. On that day, according to Space.com, the space rock will be around 27,000 miles from Earth. That's 8 times closer to the planet than the Moon. Astronomers are looking forward to investigating asteroid 2012 TC4 because it has roughly the same proportions as the one that hit a Russian town in 2013. And while that event may look spectacular from afar, it also injured close to 1,500 people and damaged some 7,200 buildings. Scary, right?
Earthlings will be treated to a supermoon this month. The biggest full moon of the 21st century so far will be visible on November 14th. The orbit of the moon is elliptical, which causes variations in the moon's apparent size in the eyes of an observer on Earth. The closest point of the moon's orbit to Earth is known as the perigee, and the farthest from Earth is known as the apogee. One complete revolution of the moon's orbit takes about 8.85 Earth years. The lunar phases shift as the moon changes its position relative to the sun and Earth. A full moon appears when it is in direct opposition to the sun and is completely illuminated as seen from Earth. A supermoon occurs when there is a full moon while it is at its closest point to Earth. A micromoon occurs when there is a full moon while it's at its farthest point from Earth. Supermoons generally appear 14% larger and 30% brighter than an average full moon. If you miss the supermoon on November 14th, there'll be another one on December 14th, although it will not appear to be as big. And if you miss both events, the next supermoon arrives in 2034.
What the fly? A giant insect said to be the world's biggest mosquito, discovered in southwestern China last August, will be on display at a museum next month. Reported by China's Xinhua News, entomologist Zhao Li discovered the giant critter at Qingzheng Mountain in China's Sichuan province last August. Holorusia mikado, also known as the crane fly, belongs to the world's largest mosquito species Holorusia and has a 5-centimeter long body and a wingspan of 11.15 centimeters. First discovered and named by British entomologist John Westwood in Japan in 1876, the mosquito is said to be the largest of the mosquitoes with an average wingspan of 8 centimeters. Zhao said that despite the fly's horrific look, they do not feed on blood. The adults have a lifespan of only a few days and mainly feed on nectar. Zhao, who is also a curator of the Insect Museum of West China, told local media Sichuan Online that the crane fly will now go on display at his museum as part of an exhibition about strange insects in May.
Great Pacific garbage patch is out of control. Here's some uplifting news. Results of a 3-year study, beginning in 2015, suggest the Great Pacific garbage patch could be 16 times larger than previous estimates. With 30 vessels and a C-130 Hercules aircraft, researchers cataloged a sample of over 1 million pieces of plastic, mostly microplastics, less than 0.5 centimeters in diameter. Scientists say there are more than 79,000 tons of plastic, equal to 500 jumbo jets, in a 1.6 million square kilometer area, around 3 times the size of France, of the North Pacific Ocean. Researchers found plastic bottles, containers, packaging straps, lids, ropes, and fishing nets among the other refuse that have been collecting for decades. As the plastics break down into smaller pieces, they threaten marine life that can eat and die from them.
Whoa. New Zealand scientists claim a monster wave created by a deep low pressure system is the largest ever recorded in the southern hemisphere. According to the Meteorological Service of New Zealand, a solitary buoy measured a 78-foot wave in the Southern Ocean off Campbell Island on the night of May 9th. The massive wave is roughly the same height as a 7-story building, and just a bit taller than 5 double-decker buses stacked on top of each other. It beat out the previous record holder, a 72-foot swell recorded in Tasmania in 2012. The wave formed during a storm in which the significant wave height, or the average of the top third of waves measured from crest to trough, reached over 48 feet. Though a record for the Southern Ocean, larger wave heights have been identified in the Northern Hemisphere. Scientists say it's possible the storm generated even bigger waves that weren't recorded by the buoy, which operates for only 20 minutes every 3 hours.